So question 151 says, which of the following has maximum number of double bonds found in its structure? Option first, that is oleic acid. You all know that oleic acid is an 18 carbon containing fatty acid and it has single double bond present at 9th carbon in its structure, and it has one double bond. Oleic acid has one double bond. Option 2, that is linoleic acid. Linoleic acid is also an 18 carbon containing fatty acid and it has 3 double bonds present at 9th, 12th and 15th carbon. So linoleic acid has 3 double bonds. Linoleic acid is also an 18 carbon containing fatty acid and it has 2 double bonds present at 9th and 12th carbon atom. So it has 2 double bonds. Option 4, that is arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid is a 20 carbon containing fatty acid and it has 4 double bonds present at 5th, 8th, 11th and 14th carbon. So it has 4 double bonds. So among given fatty acid, arachidonic acid has maximum number of double bonds in its structure, making option 4 as the answer for our question. Question 152. The second most abundant structural carbohydrate in nature among the following is. You know that this carbohydrate can be structural as well as storage. Structural carbohydrate, which make up the structural component of cell, and storage carbohydrate, which function as energy reserve of cell. So in the question it is asked about the second most abundant structural carbohydrate. So the most abundant structural carbohydrate is most abundant structural carbohydrate is cellulose, and second most abundant structural carbohydrate is chitin. You all know that cellulose is present in cell wall of plant cell, while chitin is present in exoskeleton of arthropods. So the correct answer for this question is option 2. Talking about the rest of the option 4, that is glycogen. Glycogen cannot be our answer since it is a storage carbohydrate, not structural carbohydrate. Similarly, starch is also a storage carbohydrate, not structural carbohydrate. So option 3 cannot be our answer. And option 4, that is cellulose. Cellulose is most abundant structural carbohydrate, not second most. So this cannot be our answer. So the correct answer for this question is option 2. Moving on to our next question. Question 153. Single letter code for amino acids, tyrosine and tryptophan respectively are. So you know that the single letter code for most of the amino acids are usually their first letter. For example, the single letter code for alanine is A, threonine is T. But you also know that there are other amino acids having the same first letter, like for alanine it is A, but for aspartic acid it also starts with A. So in that scenario we select other letters which are present in an amino acid. So let's see our very first option. In option first it is given S and F. So S is the single letter code for amino acid serine. F is for phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. So this cannot be our answer because in our question, a single letter code for amino acid, tryptophan and tyrosine is asked. So this cannot be our answer. Option 2, it is given C and V. So C here represents cysteine and V is here for valine. So this cannot be our answer. Option 3, that is Y and W. Y is single letter code for tyrosine. As I earlier told you, single letter code for amino acid is usually the first alphabet in their name, but threonine is represented by T. So for single letter code for tyrosine, we select the second alphabet, that is Y. So tyrosine is represented by Y, while tryptophan is represented by W. Tryptophan by W. So the correct answer for this question is option 3rd. In option 4, it is given E and D. E represents glutamic acid, while D represents aspartic acid. So let's proceed to our next question. Question 154. Choose the odd one out with respect to repeating monomeric unit found in their structure. Option first, cellulose. Cellulose is a polymer made up of glucose as monomeric unit. So, glucose as monomeric unit. Option 2, that is starch. Starch is a polymer which is also made up of glucose as monomeric unit. Option 3, that is inulin. Inulin is a polymer which is made up of fructose as a monomeric unit, and inulin is found in tubers of Dahlia plant. Option 4, that is glycogen. Glycogen is also a polymer which is made up of glucose as monomeric unit. So among the following glycan, inulin is a fructan. So inulin is odd one among the given macromolecules since it is made up of fructose, while rest macromolecules are made up of glucose. So the correct answer for this question is option 3. Question 155. We says category of biomolecules which functions as knowledge transfer molecule and as energy currency in a cell is. Function as knowledge transfer molecules means which can be passing the information present in one generation to next, and as energy currency in cell. Option first, that is carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are not passed on from one generation to next. They are energy reserve of our body, but they are not transferred from parent to offspring. So this cannot be an answer. Option 2, that is nucleic acid. Nucleic acid includes DNA and RNA, and you all know that DNA, it can be passed on to the next generation. So DNA, it can be passed on to next generation. And you all know that ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, is a energy currency of cell. So nucleic acid function as knowledge transfer molecule as well as energy currency in a cell, making option 2 as answer for our question. Option 3 includes protein. Protein make up most of the structure of cell and they are not transferred from one generation to another. So this cannot be an answer. Option 4, that is lipids. Lipids are present in cell membrane, membrane around various organelles of a cell, but they are not transferred from one generation to next, and they function as energy reserve of a cell. So this cannot be an answer. Let's proceed to next question.